you and I saw the price of Bitcoin, and I know every time we've spoken, you've had a take on Bitcoin. Do you have a new take? Still holding?
I think now the barbarous relics, and I would lump gold and Bitcoin together. I think they probably take on a larger percentage of your portfolio than historically they would, because we're going to go through both a challenging political time here in the United States, and we're going to go through, we've obviously got a geopolitical situation. So I would say...
But high interest rates were supposed to be the thing that was actually going to be unhelpful to Bitcoin.
Well, and I think on a relative basis, look what's happened to gold. It actually has been. Clearly, it suppressed it. So you know that more likely than not, we're going to go into recession. There's some pretty clear-cut recession trades. The easiest are the yield curve gets really steep, term premium goes into the back ends of debt markets, right, into 30-year, 10-year, and 7-year paper. The stock market typically right before a recession declines about 12%. That's probably going to happen at some point from some level. And you look at the big shorts in gold, more likely than not in a recession, the market's typically really long assets like Bitcoin and gold. So there's probably a $40 billion worth of buying that has to come in to gold at some point between now and if that recession actually occurs. So yeah, I like Bitcoin and I like gold right here. The bond market. So what's happening is, and why we're probably going to go into recession sometime in the first quarter of next year, probably because the bond market, simply through supply and demand, is going to deliver more rate hikes because we don't have a clearing price yet for long-term debt. And so those rate hikes are probably going to tip us into recession.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto down. We have stocks flat. Now we have Arthur Hayes says Bitcoin can hit 750,000 to 1 million by 2026. But guys, don't forget, by that time, we will definitely be in hyper deflation. Now we have Standard Chartered Bank says Ethereum can hit 8,000 by the end of 2026. And remember, you don't have to worry about predictions anymore. You don't have to worry about guessing anymore. Only thing you have to do is follow the Fed. Now we have the Bankman trial going on. We had Caroline Ellison says that the Bankman directed her to commit fraud. And we know when the Bankman is in mainstream media, so is CZ of Binance. And we have the Brazilian Congress are calling for an indictment of CZ. Guys, remember, it's all a movie. And don't forget to watch the video I did last night with Paul Tudor Jones. Says that stocks are risky, but Bitcoin and gold, with all this geopolitical risk, he's in love with the two. But guys, remember to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which were pulling back earlier, now are slightly moving up. And we have the dollar also flat. Now we have volume and crypto slightly up. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Circle partners with the Philippines Exchange to promote stablecoin. And then also we have Circle announces the launch of native USDC token on Polygon. And we see Circle pushing adoption globally. Now we have the Fed repo at 1.2 trillion. And guys, do not forget we have Fed minutes that comes out at 2 o'clock. And boy, do we have a lot of distractions. Remember, the NWO are the master magicians. We have 2 wars. We have Trump trial, Bankman trial, government shutdown potentially. We finally get a House Speaker. And then, of course, we have the strikes. And we know anytime we're getting all these distractions, something big is about to happen. And guys, don't forget, even though we understand crypto, the masses don't. Yes, crypto is definitely the future. But we know the stock market is what the masses see. That's their 401k. So when Bitcoin and crypto take a hit, the masses can care less. But we know once they flip the switch on the fourth industrial revolution, the robots, algorithms, and drones and crypto blast off. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale sent about $22 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Reserve expand stablecoin protocol to Coinbase's base network. And then also we have crypto exchange Bitstamp to end Canadian services in January. And guys, we know when the sheep are distracted on things that don't matter, the NWO bills. We have Jpmorgan debuts its blockchain collateral settlement and BlackRock Barclays trade. And all they're doing is tokenizing traditional assets, of course, to move them faster. And we know they're going to be freeing up trillions of dollars of liquidity. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, we have Immutable links up with AWS and his latest Web3 gaming push. And we know Amazon's cloud controls a lot of these projects. Remember, all this data that they have are being stored in all these clouds. And we know AI is going to make this data even smarter. But we also know gaming is going to be so important because that's how they're going to get the millennials and generation inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.